Hello everyone, my name is Michael Lamott. I am the founder of ChartYourTrade.com. Our goal is to inspire millions of hardworking people just like you to take advantage of the stock market. And today we have a little video mashup for you. We'll be talking about trading instincts versus trading rules, burning our own path in the market, and how to set ourselves up for success while managing multiple strategies. Enjoy.
Getting an early start today, heading to the office, using these AirPods for the first time. Hopefully the sound quality is a little better than what it's been, let me know. But yesterday I did a live Q&A on StockTwits. I hope that you were able to catch some of it. Had a lot of fun doing that. Actually put together what's going to be a two-part video series going deeper into some of the better questions that came out of that live Q&A. There were probably about 50 questions, and one of the best ones I'll just tell you right now had to do with trading on instincts versus trading on rules and trusting your gut. I think that a lot of us get confused when we kind of have emotions surrounding a trade, and I think that we're taught and we're trained to follow a set of rules. I think that that's great in the beginning when we're still learning and figuring things out, but I think that as we gain more and more experience, it becomes very important for us to learn how to trust our gut, because as we gain experience, it's less of an emotion and more of a barometer of risk. I actually remember this quote from Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, and yeah, it's more of a barometer of risk versus just some arbitrary feeling of should I take this trade, should I not take this trade. It's more about your internal compass and your experience telling you yes you should, or no you shouldn't, or something's not quite right. So that's why I love that question. But the way for us to get to the next level is always going to be testing out different things on our own, trying to find the subtler little nuances that can help us along the way, testing different things. And I think that's part of being human. I think it's part of what makes trading so fun, and I also think that it's part of what made the great traders, the legendary traders that we're reading about, what made them so great as well. Now, I think that reading will only get us so far, and that all the legendary traders, while they may have been very well read on others, they all eventually burned their own paths, and they all did what worked for them. And so I'm a strong believer that we all need to figure out what kind of strategies and methods are ultimately going to work best for us. Take what we can from others. There's a lot of great material out there, but take what they do, figure out if it does work for us or not, and then implement our own best practices. And then, of course, try to pay it forward and let everybody else know what works, what doesn't, and just try to be helpful, be a good person, try to put great stuff out there, because believe in karma, and the more we're able to help others and leave things in better shape than we started, the better we are. Trading, one of the things that used to trip me up quite a bit when I started to get serious early on there were a lot of conflicting rules. And well, when you see different trades and you're trying to use a longer term strategy, but you see things that are setting up shorter term, and you have different rules and different signals for each, you can see right now it just gets real confusing. And if you have all of like one master account where you have all these trades, it it gets difficult to manage each of the trades, because then you have a situation where, oh well, this one is pulling back, it hasn't triggered a rule, but this one on a different time frame is setting up, and it could be a great opportunity, and then you stick to your rules because you don't want to sell, and then all of a sudden that opportunity that you saw goes and starts running, and then that creates, it's like it creates friction in our minds, because we're seeing our idea take off without us, and so on the next trade we'll want to exit that stock that hasn't done anything wrong, but there's opportunity in something else, and it creates bad habits. One of the ways out of this, this is the way out of it, at least what I've found, is to have separate accounts for each strategy that you want to run or each time frame that you want to run. I don't think that you need to necessarily have 20 different strategies or anything, but I use three different strategies, and I trade on 3 different time frames. I look at short term, intermediate term, and long term, and it's all within the same CAN-SLIM framework that I normally use, but there's different ways, even within a structured methodology, to trade, and not every trader is going to have their own way of trading and their own ways of viewing the markets. And what I've discovered about myself, and this takes a lot of introspection as well, it takes understanding who we are, and the tendencies that I have happen to be that I like to do different things on different time frames, and I like to be active. And so having separate accounts for each style that I'm going to try, it allows me to stay focused within each account. So within the short-term account, I'm not taking longer-term trades, and I'm not using longer-term rules within that shorter-term account. And same thing in the intermediate and then the long-term. I'm not doing shorter-term signals within those accounts. I know that I'm going to be holding through some pullbacks in that intermediate-term account. I know that I'm going to be holding through some nasty pullbacks in that long-term account, but those are the expectations of the account, and by drawing it up and planning out beforehand, I'm able to effectively trade each style. So if that's where you are in your trading right now, if you're somebody that has a bit of experience, is trying different things, set up different accounts, and it'll really help you focus and not make those kind of mistakes that we talked about earlier.
Thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section below and I will personally answer you. Also, if you like the video, give it a little thumbs up. That really helps us a lot. And also make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that way you get all of our updates. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.